Listen closely. She's kind to you. She smiles when you talk. She laughs at your jokes. She's warm, friendly, comfortable. And because of that, you've missed what's actually going on. You've told yourself she's just nice. She's probably like this with everyone. But what if that assumption is exactly what's been costing you? Because there's one specific thing she does, usually when you're not looking, that changes everything. One behavior so subtle, yet so deliberate, that by the end of this video, you'll instantly know whether she's been doing it to you. And here's where it gets wild. Yeah? Recent research in behavioral psychology found something most men completely misunderstand. Women who are deeply attracted to a man often act less flirty than women who are only mildly interested. It sounds backwards. But stay with me, because once you understand why, you'll realize how many times you've accidentally friend-zoned women who were far more interested than they ever let on. Before I explain that study and what it really means, there's something critical you need to understand, something beifinded of men get wrong. There's a moment. It lasts between 3 and 7 seconds. And in that brief window, she does something that quietly proves her interest. Miss that moment, and you'll miss the signal every single time. In this video, I'll show you exactly when that moment happens and what to look for so you never overlook it again. I'll walk you through the precise behaviors that separate she's just friendly from she's been thinking about you non-stop. And at the 8-minute mark, I'll reveal the one thing she does with her phone that's incredibly obvious once you see it, but almost invisible if you don't know what you're looking for. Here's what you need to know right now. If she's showing 3 of the 7 signs I'm about to share, there's a Bivanajorassus chance she wants you to make a move. If she's showing all 7, brother, you need to act fast. Because her interest has an expiration date, and most men realize it only after it's too late. Also, don't skip this. At the 4-minute mark, I'm going to reveal something that sounds insane at first. There's a specific phrase she'll say that sounds like rejection, but it's actually one of the strongest signals of attraction there is. Most men hear this phrase and immediately back off. Don't make that mistake. Now, let's get into it. The 7 undeniable signs. Count how many she's doing. Sign 1. She finds excuses to extend time with you. She's not blowing up your phone. She's not constantly texting or calling. But watch what happens when you're about to leave. Wait before you go. Actually, I wanted to ask you something. Are you hungry? I was about to grab food. She creates reasons to keep you around. Here's the key detail most men miss. Does this happen consistently? Not once, not occasionally, but almost every time you're about to part ways. If the answer is yes, that's not coincidence. That's strategy. She's buying more time with you because being around you feels good. And on a subconscious level, she's hoping that if the moment stretches long enough, something might happen. Now pay attention to this because it's even more revealing. When she suggests extending time, watch her eye contact. If she holds it for longer than 3 seconds, that's not casual. That's intentional. She's reading your reaction. She's checking whether you want to stay. You might be thinking, but she does this with other people too. Does she? Or are you assuming that because you've never watched closely? Next time, observe how she behaves when other men are about to leave. Does she find reasons to keep them around, or does she let them go without hesitation? That contrast tells you everything. Sign 2. She remembers impossible details about you. You casually mention a band you like, once weeks ago. Then, out of nowhere, she brings it up. You briefly talk about a stressful project at work. Days later, she asks how it went. But here's what turns this from good manners into clear attraction. No, she remembers things you don't even remember telling her. Comments you made in passing, small details you barely thought about after saying them. And somehow she brings them up at the perfect moment. That's not random, that's emotional attention. Why does this matter? Because people don't store trivial information unless it's attached to someone who matters to them. And this is just the beginning, because the human brain only stores what it considers important. Okay? So, if she's quietly cataloging small, random details about your life, it's because you matter to her brain. Okay, there's a fascinating finding in cognitive psychology that proves this. People remember up to 500 times more information about someone they're romantically interested in compared to someone they're just friendly with. Think about that. So when she remembers that your sister's dog is named Cooper, that you hate cilantro, that your favorite childhood movie was The Lion King, and that's not just a good memory. That's her mind prioritizing you. Okay, now here's the part I want you to test the next time you see her. Casually mention something completely unimportant. Something random. I need to remember to buy batteries later. That's it. No emphasis. No follow-up. Then wait a few days or even a week. If she later says, "Did you ever get those batteries?" Brother, she's been thinking about you far more than she's letting on. Because people don't remember meaningless details unless the person attached to them is meaningful. Sign 3, she mirrors your energy perfectly. This one is incredibly subtle. So subtle that most men never notice it. But once you see it, you'll spot it everywhere. When you're excited, she becomes more animated. When you're calm, she softens. When you lean back, she follows within seconds. And when you cross your arms, she does the same, without realizing it. This is known as the chameleon effect. It's a subconscious behavior that happens when someone feels emotionally connected to you. On a neurological level, her brain is literally trying to synchronize with yours. But here's what separates attraction from simple politeness. She doesn't do this with everyone. Watch her around other people. With most men, she stays in her default mode. Her energy stays steady, but with you, she adjusts. She matches. She mirrors. Here's the test that confirms it. Next time you're with her, subtly shift your energy mid-conversation. Go from playful to serious, or from serious to relaxed. Don't announce it. Don't explain it. If she follows your shift within seconds, that's not friendliness, that's attraction. Her brain is trying to stay aligned with yours, and that only happens when she cares about maintaining the connection. Sign 4, she says a phrase that sounds like rejection. Most men hear it and immediately think, "It's over. I've been friend-zoned." But here's what's actually happening, and this will sound crazy until you understand the psychology. When a woman says this phrase, she's often engaging in what psychologists call preemptive rejection. She's protecting herself. Think about it. Admitting interest puts her at risk. If you don't feel the same way, that's painful, embarrassing. But if she frames you as just a friend first, she keeps control. She can't be rejected if she never openly admitted attraction. So how do you know whether this phrase is real disinterest or a defense mechanism? You watch what she does after she says it. Does she pull away, create distance, stop making effort? Yank. Or does she say, "You're such a good friend," and then continue doing everything else you've seen in this video? Still finding excuses to see you, still remembering details, still mirroring your energy. If her words say friend, but her behavior says something more, believe the behavior, because words can lie. Actions don't. And here's the real giveaway. If she says that phrase, but then gets visibly uncomfortable when other women are around you, asks subtle questions about your dating life, or seems bothered when you mention another girl, that's not friendship. That's attraction she hasn't admitted to herself yet. I'll explain exactly what to do about this at the end. For now, just remember this: don't let that phrase discourage you if her actions tell a different story. Sign 5. She becomes territorial when other women enter the picture. Once you know what to look for, this one becomes impossible to miss. Another woman flirts with you, laughs at your jokes, engages you, and suddenly she changes. Her energy shifts. She gets quieter, or suddenly more animated. She pulls back or moves closer. That's not casual awareness. That's jealousy disguised as friendliness. Now here's what proves its attraction. Not just protective behavior. Watch what she does with her body when other women are around you. Does she subtly position herself between you and the other woman? Does she touch you more? Laugh louder at your jokes. Find small reasons to pull your attention back to her. Maybe she suddenly remembers something urgent she needs to tell you, right when you're engaged with someone else. That's not random. That's territorial behavior. And territorial behavior only shows up when there's something she feels she could lose. Here's a test, but use it carefully. Next time you're in a group setting with her, intentionally give another woman a bit more attention. Not disrespectfully, just noticeably more focused. Then observe, does her mood change? Does she withdraw? Or does she try to reinsert herself into your space? If you see any of that, you're not dealing with friendship, you're dealing with attraction. And here's something most men don't realize. Women are often more territorial with men they're attracted to than with men they're already dating. Why? Because when you're dating someone, they feel secure. But when you're not together yet, they feel like they could lose you at any moment. That uncertainty intensifies jealousy. Sign 6. She creates inside jokes with you. This may sound small, but it's actually massive. Inside jokes create intimacy. They build a you and me dynamic. A private world only the two of you share. If she's constantly creating callbacks, references, or moments only you understand, she's deepening emotional connection. But here's what makes this attraction. Not just playfulness. She uses those inside jokes in front of other people. And why? Because she wants others to see that you two share something they don't. And here's the sneaky part. In group settings, she'll use an inside joke to pull your attention back to her. You'll be talking to someone else, and she references something only you understand that forces a shared moment. A reconnect. A signal. That's not accidental. That's intentional. Sign 7. She asks about your type. Casually, this one is strategic. When she asks about your type, she's trying to answer one question: do I have a chance? But she'll disguise it as curiosity. I'm just wondering, just curious. No reason. Then watch what she does with your answer. Does she remember it? Bring it up later? Subtly adjust how she presents herself? Darned. If you say you like adventurous women, does she suddenly mention travel plans or outdoor activities? Now, if you say you're into fitness, does she start talking about the gym? That's not coincidence. That's adaptation. She's taking mental notes and aligning herself with what you want. Here's the ultimate tell. If she asks about your type and then says, "I'm nothing like that," or "that's so different from me," don't listen to the words. And watch her body language. Does she seem disappointed? Get quieter? Ask follow-up questions, trying to find overlap. That's her hoping you'll say something that includes her. Now here's what you need to do. Count how many of these 7 signs she's been showing. Be honest. If it's 3 or more, keep watching, because I'm about to show you exactly what to do next. And if you do it right, you'll turn hidden attraction into something real. If this resonated with you, drop a thank you in the comments and hit subscribe, because I'm breaking down more psychology like this every week.